2022 edition. We're gonna get fucking crazy. Let's get this party started.
It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me.
Yay!
I ask you to what end? Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
But back to the Jimmy James podcast. Follow his podcast. He has good content. He's down to earth. He's very respectful. Matter of fact, later on in, I don't know exactly what episode we're going to be doing it, but he is going to be he's going to be joining our podcast. As soon as I find out how the hell to do that.
That was Eric and Diane on their YouTube channel, which I will be dropping their YouTube link in this description. I am just getting up, and I had a lot of messages to go through, but they were all positive, so, it's that time again. I fell asleep with my headphones on, charging them. I could plug it in, but I'm not really doing a podcast right at this moment. But hey guys, it is Thursday at 11:18 p.m. This is your boy Jimmy James, saying thank you to Eric and Diane once again for mentioning me on their first ever YouTube live video podcast, which you guys always know I say it's a vlog, and I've made fun of it. Not their podcast. I made fun of podcasts in the past, but it's something that I think, I've said this many times, that it's a lot to do a podcast, but to sit there and actually do a podcast and do a YouTube, like these guys are starting from scratch, and I'm not going to share the whole message, but they even did very humble in saying, if you have any criticism, we could take it. And I'm like, so can I, but they're doing great. I mean, I have a couple pointers that I think that would just help them. And I think you guys should go tune in to the link that I will drop in the description and just go listen to them. They're just talking from the heart. There's no gimmicks. There's no, selling you this, selling you that. That's not what it's about. It's just two people down to earth trying to share their day. And I really like when they come up with the topics. And this is not the only podcast that I have really liked recently. There's many out there, and I've dropped all the ones in my shows to do, for the links for you guys to follow. So please go check them out at their vlog. They probably never heard that episode where I went off on podcasters that do YouTube. I didn't really go off. I just was like, well, what is it? Like, I don't know. Is it a blog? Is it a vlog? I mean, isn't podcast audio? Now it's video. I said, isn't it just YouTube? So just to catch them up. Me just being a jackass. That's pretty much it. But that's, I've never done a full podcast on YouTube. I've done like bits and pieces. So much respect for them doing a podcast. Alright guys, well this is your boy Jimmy James, and I'm out. I am just waking up. I need my coffee so I can realize where I am. I don't even know if I'm up or this is a dream. So, Let me get some caffeine in me, and we'll see where this fucking day takes me. Alright. And, like always, take care of one another. Be right back after whatever I make next. Peace. Oh. This is the next thing I forgot to add in there. Once again, I'll be dropping the link in this Anchor. So the name of this bit is going to be their link, plus I'll drop it in my show. Alright, peace out. You know, I was thinking of coming up with like a new start, because like for the last 2 years, 5 seasons, I've had, you know, that same start, and I'm up in the air with it. I don't know if I should change it or just keep it original. I don't know. I'm thinking of sticking it. I'm thinking of sticking it. Like, first sip of coffee, thinking of sticking it. What do you guys think? Also want to give a shout out to Create Your Own Headspace, Dysfunctional Duo. Oh, there's so many. Soul, Strong Soul. Strong Body Songs, Strong Soul. God, I gotta get my headset on. I don't feel right without doing a pod. Let me get my headset on, and I'll start this little trailer thing.
Alright, so I guess we're doing this. It is New Year's Eve. I said to myself, I ain't doing podcasts tonight. I ain't doing nothing. But one person changed my mind. So let me tell you about this. I was playing Xbox because that's what I wanted to do tonight. You know, like, it's not like, you know, my friends are either too far away or I didn't really plan anything. And it's just another day to me. So I met, this woman online. I didn't know she was a woman at first, and I was talking to her. Did not know it was a woman, like, cause I wasn't even looking if it was a girl or it wasn't. Now, Lana, I've talked about this a little bit before, not really, because I don't really get into games too much, but a lot of girls play this game. A lot more girls than, you know, you would think. So anyway, this is how it started. She could hear me in the game, and I was streaming. So anything that you guys want to hear or see, you can go back on my stream, on my last stream Twitch, and see. I don't know if you could hear all the messages, but some might read out. So we started talking about, but tier 3 weapons don't buy basic primaries. That's what she said to me. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the lingo. I was basically explaining to her, this is what's that, because I've been playing the game since it first dropped. So there's not much I don't know about that game, except for like the new maps. So, oh, by the way, just to give a shout out, everybody has a different viewpoint on how to play it, or different opinions, which is fine. That's no problem. So anyway, getting to the point of this, because I wasn't meant to do any kind of podcast, I'm just doing a little bonus one like usual. We were talking, she's like, I don't like your attitude or whatever, because I had an attitude. You guys know how I am in stream. I get pissed. It's my time to like be an asshole, you know, if you're being stupid. Anyway, long story short, she wound up, I'm sorry. I'm just turning this off now. She wound up downloading Anchor app and favoriting me and following me. And she can also follow me on Spotify. I wanted to mention that for Lilly. I don't know her last name, and even if I did, I wouldn't give it out, but I'm going to say AKA Sorry Smoking. She already, you know, that's her AKA. Like, my AKA is Unikiller X. So, she was, it turned into a whole cool thing, you know, and she's like, oh, I like the way you talk, and, you know, there's only been, honestly, 3 people, she would be number 4, that's really told me anything about my voice, and I really, honestly, I've never caught on to this, ever, and this is, like, recent. And I did talk about this in podcast stuff, saying you could have a good voice. Like, and I was thinking a good voice, like a Howard Stern has a good voice. Certain people have that voice to draw you in. Well, you guys got to remember, I didn't do this for podcasts, and I had to learn this professionally. So when you talk to somebody, okay, first of all, you got to give, this is real life, you got to give off that impression like, hey, you're comfortable. It's something that cannot be taught right away, and some people have the gift for it. And then when you get them over and then you talk to them, you could suck them in. But I don't do that in podcasts, and I just talk. Now, yeah, I have different tones for different, oh shit, that sucks. I have different tones for different things I'm talking about. Like, sometimes I'll just be fucking around and be like, this fucking shit, and that. But I never heard it like the way these people were describing it. Now, she's from Ontario, I believe, or Canada. Somewhere in Canada. I don't know exactly. I think it's Ontario. I'm giving away too much information. But yeah, she's not even from this country, which is another big thing, you know. I'm connecting with people from all different places. So I'm trying to speed rush this through. So I just want to say thank you and see how much one person's impact can make on another. Okay? Everybody's opinion matters. So this is for you, Lily. Thank you so much. And take care of yourself and one another. Shout out for Lily. Peace out, guys. And here we go. Something magical happened, something crazy. After I was done recording that thank you to Lily, well, I decided out of the blue to ask her if she would be interested to join me in a podcast on New Year's Eve, of all times to ask somebody. And, we sat there, literally, I think, an hour and 20 minutes. So, what you're about to hear is an hour and 20 plus minutes of me and Lily just literally getting to know each other. And we're from two different countries, two different places in the world, never met, never really talked before, except very little bit on Xbox, on Messenger, like nothing like what's your name and stuff like that. So this podcast is me saying thank you, Lily, once again. So without further ado, here's me and Lily, me and Lily on life in general and 2022. Oh, hey, I was literally texting you as you were joining. If you don't want to, it's okay. It's not a big deal. How you doing, Lily?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So wait, so now this is not live, okay?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
All right. So everything we're saying is going to be recorded, though. All right.
Okay. Really quick, I should tell you.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I'm outside with my dog. On a
You're
walk.
what? Oh, you're taking the dog for the walk?
Oh yeah, I don't want my roommate to hear me talking to a strange man at night.
I know. Oh, strange man. All right. Sounds kind of old. Like I'm really that old, man. I guess I am. Strange guys. No. So what I did before we even did this, and I decided to do this, I was like, let me do like a special thank you for you, just for downloading the Anchor, just to favorite me. Now, it's, that's a lot to do for people. Like, oh, it's like so much. Most people just follow on Spotify, because Spotify and Anchor are together.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's your preference? Are you a Spotify or a Apple? Like, there's a lot of like iTunes or Amazon. Like,
Yeah.
what do you listen to your music on?
I don't know anybody that uses Amazon Music, first of all, but
I used to a while ago, but yeah, right. What do you
okay,
use? Like Spotify, iTunes?
I used iTunes for like 2 years, and then I paid an app to convert all of my playlists into Spotify.
Nice. See that I was the same way. I was Amazon first because I'd never had iTunes, and then I'm like, I just like Spotify, even though this is before their new updates. They have the lyrics now, which is like, wow, it took them forever to catch up. You know what I mean? Are you a Prime member?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Right. I wish it would be like, what's funny? It's like I don't get that for free, even though like I kind of represent them both. So
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense.
So do you have any question? Said all this is getting recorded live, but if you say anything personal, like or something you don't want recorded, which most people don't, I don't ever have a problem. It's not like I have guests all the time. I can always just edit out. So just to give you a heads up.
Yeah, no, this is fun. This is kind of funny. So
Yeah, it's just you talk. Hey, listen, before for anybody out there, because you gotta remember you're not just talking to me, but I want to hear your story. So a week ago, I decided, it was like 2 weeks ago, I decided, all right, let me start really getting out there. So I went on Facebook groups and I went in Anchor. I went into all these different places. And before I knew it, I started blowing up. I mean, like phone was going crazy. People wanted me on this show, that show. So now I have to make a podcast like calendar schedule. It's that crazy.
yeah.
And it's awesome. It's humbling to know that you're not alone out there. So, I was very like, I think she'll join. I would think if she got Anchor and she went this far, this Lilly girl will join, or woman, I should say, should join. So, yeah, just to give you an idea, it's crazy. So you think it's crazy to come on a show. It's crazy trying to run it and then think like, oh, scheduling this and scheduling that. And it's like, it gets nuts, especially the more out there you get, and I'm talking about worldwide. So where are you from? I'll give you some Q&A stuff. Where are you from? You're from Canada? Or...
Yeah, Southern Ontario.
Okay, yeah, I did mention Ontario, but I wasn't going to put that in there. I was like, maybe I'll just say Canada because...
It's still pretty vague. I mean, pretty much all of Canada's population is like along the southern border, so it's no biggie.
No, I tell people like I'm right from Philly, I'm Philly, PA. I'm a Jersey, Philly mutt. I've always been like that. And you laughed at that too. And I was like,
anyone call themselves a mutt, but no, your accent kind of gives it away.
Yeah. The New York now, the guy if you go and listen to some of my recent stuff, I have a lot of people like if you leave me a message, I could leave it on my podcast. Like it's a minute long only.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. They should make it. You just got to keep making minute freaking messages. So like the guy I was talking to from Dysfunctional Duo, that's another show, Dysfunctional Duo, and he has a New York accent. He's like, hey, Jimmy James show. He was like that, So I can't. I don't know. How long have you lived your whole life in Canada?
Oh yeah. I've lived in Ontario, but I've lived like around it. So I used to live up by Minnesota, basically.
Minnesota. Okay, so you're like never lived in the States.
Oh no, gosh no.
Okay, gosh no. Why? What's the matter with that?
I really like free healthcare.
Yeah, you know what? I do say that. Like, okay, you did ask me what my show was about, and it's pretty much about everything except political and religion. I try to stay away from that shit because it's
That's fair.
It's a religion. It's a rabbit hole that you'll just like never get out of.
Yeah.
But what the free healthcare, like that's the stuff that I really get into, but not healthcare. I'm talking about that's the way the world should work.
Yeah, just like human rights.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're only what, like 21? You said, I believe. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I'll be 22 at the end of January.
Oh, the end of January 30th. I'm just taking a guess.
31st.
Ooh, do you know why I said that? Because I don't know what it is. I have a lot of my I was gonna say a lot of friends of mine that talk to me, or a lot have late January birthdays, and usually around the 30th. So I just took a guess.
Yeah, it's
It's pretty
Aquarius
close.
women. They're just really, really nice.
Yes.
No biases.
That
No.
Yeah. No, I must admit that's true. My first love, I was 20 years old. She was like 3, 4 years older than me, and she was January 30th. And that was just weird coincidence now too, as I mentioned that. And I was young. And
It's a good
9
time.
years with her. 9 years.
Holy shit! So your first
Yeah.
serious relationship lasted for 9 years?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of got rough at like I guess the 8 year mark, but like it's life. You
8
grow
years
up.
is significant.
Yeah, it's weird as an older guy or a man, as you say, because when I was younger, I had like sisters growing up. This is stuff because you haven't listened to my show or anything, but I mentioned this shit, and it's I've always was told to respect women. Like it was in my DNA. It's just respect women, not because they're like beneath me or it's nothing like that. It's just so I get into like just talking to women for some reason. What I'm trying to get at is I don't know. It's talking to women. I have a lot more girlfriends. That sounds bad, but how else do you say girlfriend friend? Like a girlfriend
A
friend?
female friend?
Yeah. So that's what kind of happened with the first relationship. So getting back to that for 9 years, and as I got older, I realized, wow, I was an idiot. Like girls and women at your age are so much smarter. Like your wisdom is at where my wisdom is like now. You know what I mean? And you're not even at my age. Like
Oh, look at you.
no, look at you. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to pay you women a compliment.
I mean, I don't know if you know too much about my wisdom, to be fair. I mean, it's been, what, 8 minutes?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying women in general, though, usually are like just
Yeah,
higher.
women develop a little quicker, I think, just at least in the
Yeah,
sense of emotional intelligence. So
absolutely. I 100% agree. If I knew I was 20, taken back 15 years, oh my God.
they would have been pouring in. You would have been roping the ladies in.
Right. Well, or I would have stayed, or the first relationship would have worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
So so you're on the same page,
Yeah.
and I understand why a lot of women now want to date older guys. See, back 10 years ago, why?
Every person I've ever been with has been older than me.
I didn't get it. I never got. And I'm like, wait, I'm like your age. I'm like 28 at the time. I was just single, and I'm like, I'm 28. You're 27, and you're dating like a 40-year-old. Like, what are you doing? Like, and now I kind of get. Well, I'm not 40, but getting close. This is my charm. So like, I get it. So every guy you've dating, every guy you dated is has been older.
Always.
Well,
it's
you're only
not like
21.
it's not
How
like
many
a
guys are you
criteria.
doing?
Like it's not like I would meet somebody younger than me and be like, it's just not
Right.
just coincidence.
And you could probably tell the difference too, right? Like the maturity. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. There's a lot of differences.
That right? No. That's you're absolutely right. There's differences that go. Sorry, my throat has been like I've been at this. I did like 3 shows, so my throat is like But
I just heard you talk on a mic for a bit too, so no worries.
I know. I usually don't too. I'm usually I'm quieter. I say that, and then if you go back to any mic, like I don't really stream like games like that, so that's really weird. And I just stream World War Z because I don't know why, but I get views later on. It is fun. It's a fun game. I was saying that to any viewers. I was like, "There's a lot of women that play this game, and it's fun." I don't know, just. And now you can see where I was getting pissed, right? Where like people don't know what they're doing, and I'm like, I don't really talk about games.
That's what I was gonna tell you.
Oh God,
I'm
try.
the same. I get really petty too, where like if someone like for example, there'll be no ammo crates anywhere. The wave's starting. Everyone's got less than the 70, and then someone's got like hundreds, right? And like everyone's like pointing
exactly.
like empty ammo, like that kind of shit will piss me off. And like it doesn't matter if we're over 20 waves in, I'll throw it away just to be petty, to be like, you're an idiot.
Right. Oh, so what's the highest? Okay, so we're talking about a game World War Z, which I mentioned a couple. This is like the only game I've really mentioned where where you can go in waves. So if you don't
Yeah.
realize what I'm talking about, you're retarded. So anyway, I don't worry about it. That's not for you. That's just okay. So it's wave 1, wave 2. As wave 20 comes around, it gets
Mhm.
where you got to kind of get more
Yeah.
serious, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's the highest wave you ever got to on normal before hard? Just normal.
35.
Okay, so you're close. Mine's is. I always say this. It should be 40, but yeah, it was 39. On
Oh,
39 on
really?
normal. Right. So
Really? My longest, it was for the longest time. It was like 29. But then I played with this guy we played like one round and then we like lost, but then we played another like horde round and, he was awesome. We got to like, 35 and like there was, like that was like pushing it, but it was super fun.
right.
Yeah, the
Oh
farthest
wait,
for
were you
sure.
guys by yourselves?
No, it was us and one other person, and then our fourth slot was actually
Oh,
empty at the end, which was nicer because then we were getting, bigger
right.
supply handouts, right?
And you were doing this on hard, or this was normal? You said.
Just normal. I don't
Okay,
play
and
a lot.
a lot of people don't because I try to stress this a lot. And when you're playing like that, this game, this like we got to use your you got to use your mind a little bit. Like
Yeah.
you have to know what you're running. Like you were saying to me on a message, like I don't know what you have, and I'm like, all right, well that will just come with experience. But you know, obviously, but there's a way to run that game on hard. Like I only got to 24 on hard, and that was before the update. That was probably before you started playing, because before you could just run it forever almost. It was a glitch.
I've been playing for a little bit, but I did take a break there.
Oh yeah, a lot of people did, and they came back for Aftermath. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If
I
you
got a good deal on it.
Exterminator, say that again. I'm sorry.
I got a good deal on it a bit ago.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know because it costs like a couple bucks if you don't have. Yeah, I had to pay the money too. I don't know what happened there. I had to pay a couple dollars, 15 or 20 for the
I
extra stuff.
actually, I only got it because I wanted to try first person so much.
Oh, I know it sucked. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I could
I
play
don't play it either, and the main reason is because I always forget what fucking heavy I have on my back.
Yeah, and you can't switch side to side. I don't know if you do that. If you
Yeah.
trigger, that's so stupid. But I
And
mean, you
yeah,
can't do that.
even with sorry.
No, you're right. Yeah, but I didn't think about the heavy weapon. But I know you could look down on the right hand corner and see your weapons.
Hmm.
But you gotta kind of cycle through.
I'd have to actually like change to see like what heavy I'm carrying if I'm got, which happens when you're like running around the map trying to find like spawns, right? But
Yep.
same with like I know that there's like the alert sound when something's like coming up behind you, but still I find that I always catch it quicker if I can actually see it coming
Yeah.
up behind me.
Do you know you could go to your settings and put your sprint stamina on and put your FOV, your field of vision, all the way up to like 130, so that if next time you're on, go up and you could do your set. It's the two things I tell everybody to do, like because that don't start out like that. You could
Yeah.
see your sprint and FOV all the way up. Okay. Now,
Okay.
the best team to run in Horde, I think this is me personally saying it, is 3 exterminators and 1 fixer with Blammo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's because a lot of people don't know the bandolier effect, and I've been like trying to really just push that out there so much. Like I discovered this on Twitter. I mentioned it and it blew up. I'm like, oh my god, we never put this together. I'm like, yeah, the bandolier effect. Everybody just read it for the mortar, which is great. Mortars, you get extra mortar stuff, but
Yeah.
it's also 25% extra on your grids and shit like that.
Mhm.
So that's why fixers come in, and it's level 28 for a fixer and level 10 for exterminator if you play World War Z.
Mhm.
A lot of my audience that listens to age range is from 20 to like 65. So
Really?
it's pretty yeah, it's pretty versatile. It's out there. It's weird. I had like a couple months ago, I did analytics for the first time after like a year and a half of doing this, and I wasn't consistent. I didn't do 3 episodes a week. What I'm planning on doing, and then that's how I started doing podcasting, just from like a event. Like You want to vent out or something?
Sorry, it just started raining.
Raining?
Yeah, like I'm in the rain.
Oh, are you want to get safe? Like, it's like, I don't know, like, are you
I don't think
close?
the like
Just
water's like I don't think it's gonna hurt me. Like it's
no. Well, you said you had earbuds or something on. Are they water? Some are not water resistant.
yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I just want to say, are you able to still do the? Because I wanted to ask you a couple more things, but if you have to go, that's all. It's okay.
Oh no,
no.
no, I don't want to go. I was just telling you that that's why I'm.
I want to know the whole Lilly situation. It's okay.
Oh.
If you're in the rain with the Lilly. I can listen to your voice all day. I'm like, I don't know about all day, but maybe. What is that about? Is it just the accent?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the accent a lot. But you have a confidence in your voice it's reassuring.
Wow, that's funny. That's funny you said that. That's actually trippy because the people coming up, I was a bullshit artist. Like, this is what I did when I was younger. Like, I worked on the boardwalk. I don't know if you know Wildwood, New Jersey.
God. You worked on the where? Say it again. Sorry, what was that?
The boardwalk, Wildwood, New Jersey, like New Jersey, the boardwalk, where the water is, where the ocean, the water, like the Atlantic Ocean. What are you laughing at me for? So, I was a people person. I had the gift of gab when I was young. Like, my dad, even like as 8 years old, he like cut the grass. $10, I would like I got $50 off him for cutting the grass. Like, I was that type of guy. And
cutting the grass.
Cutting the grass. I can hear your accent easily.
Oh, gosh. Pardon?
I can hear your accent easily. It's
I do not have an accent.
Oh gosh, yes you do. Oh gosh. I don't know anybody that does that. So, do you know it's New Year's Eve?
It is, yeah.
It's 11:02 on New Year's Eve, and we're just two people talking, not even realizing it. Hey, it's I realize it. It's just another day to me, so big deal.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really want to go out and celebrate and get sick, so.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. A lot of people are afraid to get sick, I guess.
Yeah, I have too much family that is like really sensitive. Like, they could get like really sick if they,
like
so.
COVID.
Yeah.
Is it?
Especially.
Do you have any family that got affected by it?
I've had family like affected. Nobody actually sick though. Just like affected. But like right now in Ontario, there's been some like interesting changes. I don't know how it is where you are, but like right now, I'm gonna.
Oh, we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. We don't care. We walk in stores, like half the people in there don't have masks on. We don't care. We're sneezing and.
Oh my God.
I'm not a clean freak, but like I'll wash my hands when I come home. Like, I wash my hands when I sit. Anytime I go out or do something, wash my hands. Like, doesn't matter if I have gloves on or not. Like, just But yeah, what's kind of crazy? I asked you about the COVID, and I talked a little bit about this. I think this is when I started my podcast. This was going on, and I'm like, I haven't met anybody who really was affected by it. Like you said, people been sick, but not like, oh yeah, they had the vid, but nothing else happened. I call it the beer virus. I don't know. That's just my thing. I've always said it's the beer virus. So this is a funny story. I actually haven't told this. It's not really a long story, but I'm in the cab. I'm going to my ex's place. She lived like 6 hours away, and I'm sitting there like, the COVID, what a bunch of shit. Now, where I'm from Philly. They're Scranton, so that's like it. I don't know what the difference would be, but like it's weird to be out of the city, for me. I'm not in the city per se, but I'm close. And I'm sitting there going like, fucking COVID's bullshit. I'm going through all that. I'm like, don't get me wrong. And this is me going off. Don't get me wrong. Like, I believe that like people are suffering from certain things, but I think it's all a scheme. And I'm just yabbering off to this Lyft driver or Uber at the time. And he goes, yeah, 4 family members die of COVID. I'm like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Shit.
The one time, yeah. But I didn't talk shit about COVID, thank God.
Oh my God.
I was like, here's your 5 stars, here's your tip. Nah, everything was fine.
Yeah, really sorry for your loss. Have a great day. Like,
Yeah. After I literally just, like, burned on. But see, that's the thing. Like, was it COVID or was it? I'm like, how old are these people? I asked them, like, how old were they? Like, 3 of them were old. I'm like, maybe was it old age sickness or I don't
age
know.
sickness.
Like, maybe they just got sick of living. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I'm nuts. Like, my show is nuts. Like, if you ever listen to my early shit to my later shit, like I thought I was funnier when I smoked weed. Like, wasn't big on weed, but I have anxiety and ADHD, and obviously you can tell I have ADHD. But I thought weed would help, but it did not. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I'm listening to my show earlier and be like, I don't know how I'm getting more viewers now. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was funny. Maybe I just stick to what I'm doing now. So tell me anything out. Like, I've barely been outside this state. Like, I've 4 states in my life. So where have you been? Canada or anywhere else in the world, or besides the states?
I've only ever been to Michigan, Minnesota, and I went to New York.
Okay, all right. So New York. I was gonna say everything else didn't count. You just said, but New York counts because.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
he goes, I went to Michigan. Wow, really? Let's sit down and talk about it.
You want to hear something really funny?
Absolutely.
I went to like New York State twice. Like, once was to go to New York, but the other time was to do like the most Canadian thing. My family thought it'd be a good idea if we're gonna travel all the way to New York State. Why not go camping?
Oh, okay. That's like, yeah, it's like basically you live already. Is that what the Canadian thing is? I'm trying to guess this.
We do, yeah. We camp a lot.
You camp a lot, right? I don't know much about Canadians, but when I told you about the boardwalk,
it's just what you do in the summer.
Okay, see, I thought you would know about the boardwalk then. When I mentioned Jersey, that's why when you laughed.
I made you repeat it because I liked how you said boardwalk.
Oh, boardwalk. Okay, I got you. Because there was a lot of, back in, I was 20, so a lot of the people from Canada would come down and work down there.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that's what you meant by it. But
oh my God.
My accent. Okay.
Not fun. I'm appreciating it.
I know. Thank you, and I'm appreciating this weirdness that honestly I'd never done this. If you go back to all my episodes, there's two guests that are my pops will come on, and my buddy Suede, which is like a co-host. And the guest stuff just started recently, where I wanted to get people on, and I never really. Everybody goes, "Oh yeah, let's do something." And then never really nothing happens, because they got to download the app. It's so much work,
It took like less.
Thank you. Right. And that's what one of my last episodes, I was saying thank you to Sway. His name's Dwayne, but it's one of my buddies. I'd never met him in real life. I met him on Xbox, just like I met you. And we became really good friends a couple years ago before podcasting. And he came on and he was nervous to do a podcast.
Really?
And, well, yeah, he's like, it's like, it's when you do something once, like I'm afraid of heights, but if you jump out of an airplane or some shit, everybody, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like riding a bike, I guess. Like, you're nervous the first time, but there's nothing to be nervous about. You're just two people talking, It's not like, give me your credit card numbers and your social security number. It's not like that. And it's especially somebody, you're the first also from Connecticut. So I have other people that I'm supposed to do in January, and you were just like, I was like, I think she could do the show. She seems like a fun person. You sent me your picture, which nobody's ever done, not even my ex.
Oh my God, shut up. And, you can edit that out.
No, let me tell you something weirder than that, though. That not your picture. That was pretty cool. I was like, oh, she's really beautiful. And I'm like, looking at it, and I'm just like, wow,
Oh my God.
Is she married to a wife? Like, I got so confused there.
No, Oh, okay.
Borat.
You kept doing the Borat. Have you not heard him do my wife?
Yeah. My
That's
ex
what I
got
was.
me. She's the one. I haven't talked about this at all. I was actually going to bring it up in a show, but talking about her, she got on she did a podcast with me. I haven't published it, and I'm thinking about publishing it. And I
Oh,
was
you
going to go.
should.
Well, there's nothing bad on there, but I wanted to talk about the ups and downs. Like I traveled, it took me 6 hours to get to her.
Oh my God.
And I don't have a car because you don't really need a car for where I'm from, unless
No.
you got to go far or work far. It's
No,
like
same.
buses or. Okay, so
Same.
you guys have buses up there, and
Yeah, I rock a monthly bus pass. Hot shit.
no shit.
Oh
What's
yeah.
it called? What's it called? Like we're SEPTA. Like what do you have?
How much is mine a month? Is like I think it's 90.
No. How much is it? No. What's it called? Oh, 90. Oh wow. Oh no. What like ours is SEPTA. Like this. Like the SEPTA
Oh.
bus.
Pardon?
What's it called?
Like, what's my transit company called?
Yeah. Like we're SEPTA. Like we're gonna go. I'm gonna go catch the 20. Like is that how you would talk? Like I'm gonna catch the 18 or 20.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
numbered.
so you guys. See, I don't really. Okay, right. So when you say that to somebody locally, like if I were to go, hey, I'm gonna go catch the 20, they already know what I'm talking about.
I
Some
mean, some
people
of them.
don't know what the fuck. What do you mean catch a 21?
Yeah.
Murder case or something.
Oh
I don't know. Murder charge. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh my God.
So that's pretty cool. So, yeah, I wanted to get into the ups and downs because I didn't tell you the really kicker to this is we met the same, like almost the same exact way I just met you. And that's not weird or creepy at all as it came out of my mouth. But she did. I said to her, I was like, you have a good podcasting voice, right? And I thought her picture was like, what do you call it? Catfished or some shit, like played with.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it was really her. It was just like a, whatever. It was like a 2-year-old picture. And she happened to live close. So that's how that started. And I met her on Xbox. How weird is that? On World War Z.
That's super weird. But really quick, do you think that my picture is a catfish?
No. Because you're showing your whole self. Like, this was just her face. No. I thought she looked like, her picture looked like it was like mess. You know how you do filters? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Let me look. Yeah, no. Let me look. I looked at it. Because I got to go all the way back up. Jesus Christ. We were just, because I'm trying to talk to you and I was trying to do that little special thank you that you didn't hear yet. But I was just like, thank you to Lilly for favoring me. I wasn't even going to do a podcast tonight. It was my break for tonight. Yeah. Okay. So this is you. You got the dragon back for the phone, right? Was that you right now though, or was that you before or something?
That wasn't tonight. That was like within the past week. I think that was when I got home from dinner and I changed into not like Christmas dinner clothes.
I was not expecting you to send me a picture like that. Like I'm thinking, okay. And I don't know what made you send me a picture. I don't know what.
You confused me for a boy a couple times, and then you thought I had a wife. So I thought
right. Because you said something.
Borat, baby. It was
Borat wife, and I didn't catch that part. And I thought you said I'm a guy, and my wife was laughing about very nice when I went very nice.
yeah.
I didn't catch the other part. Plus, I have ADD, but
full 80.
You have ADD. See, people say it, but I can hyper focus. So I don't do anything else. When I'm talking to you, I'm giving you 100% of my attention. It's not like I'm over here doing something like I could walk a dog and talk. Not that bad.
Yeah, but this is I spend a lot of time walking my dog, talking about just talking to my friends. Even that's how it's just easier than in my little apartment.
So, okay. So all right. I'm gonna last thing on your picture. So you have purple. Is it purple shorts?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying that is because it seems like for some reason Xbox, I just told, this is not the first time I've ever said this, but I met my ex on Xbox, and she lived only 2.5 hours car drive away. and I thought it was too weird, and now, like, I don't know, and I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to travel to Ontario.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god. No. It's. I mean, your border. Okay, your side of the border is so mean, but my side of the border is super freaking nice.
What do you mean? What I mean? You ever heard of?
Yeah. Oh my god. No, really though, my side of the border is so much more polite. Ask anybody.
I believe it. No, I believe it. I worked with you guys. It was always, oh, so sorry. And I know you guys get hit with a lot of sorry shit, like sorry, because the troopers, sorry.
Oh, it's funny, but like it's 100% accurate.
Yeah, it's because it's true, but I mean, it gets old when you say it nonstop. Like, all right, what other Canadian stuff is there besides sorry?
I say A, like always. A is my filler.
That's a Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
So why is this side of the border before we, I know we're not going to put anything on that with the what we were just talking about, but it was through the internet. The thing I'm interested in about, is it anything that is worth, like, this is in general, by the way, if you personally, I'm not asking, but is a long distance relationship, like, how long is long distance, and how many people do really live with that? Like in the army, like, is that worth it to you? Like, when does, like, that guy is 10 hours is like, oh my god, he's so hot up, and you got the raising of hours, and then like about 15 hours you're like, he's not that great.
I mean, I think it kind of depends on how you're defining the word relationship, because, like, for example, I like relationships that are, a lot of the things that define like a super committed relationship aren't necessary all the time. Like,
Okay.
I think you can have a connection with somebody and not need to see them, because we've got great technology.
Yeah, but okay, I actually just talked about this in my last show. Let's take all the electricity off, like, just the freaking grid. Like, it's just done. We get hit with a solar flare or something. But like, what did people do back in the day? They had to write handwritten letters and shit. Like, oh my god, I can't wait to meet you. You said you're 5'10", you have brown hair, semi looks like this.
I think you know what? You would just settle for the fugly local boy.
Yeah. Well, and then that's oh, you got to.
There's a kitty.
Do you have what you said? You had a dog, right? Your dog?
Yeah, there's a kitty meeting me right now on the sidewalk. He's a little orange kitty. Hello.
On the sidewalk?
Yeah, I'm outside.
What's sidewalk? Sidewalk?
Sidewalk.
Wait, you say rock? You guys say sidewalk?
I said sidewalk. You misheard me.
Oh, I misheard you. I was gonna say sidewalk. I was like sidewalk, right? Okay.
Poor kitty.
So, all right. So, what about? All right, more Canadian stuff.
You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. Go to town.
Well, all right. Well, before we get into Canadian stuff, what made you want to, like? That's what I mean. You sending me the picture because I was confused. I got that now. I got that. I got it that way.
Yeah.
But were you kind of weirded out that, like, I was hitting you up, be like, yo, want to do this podcast? You want to join my show and be a guest? And then
no, I mean, it would have been super weird if we didn't spend like probably like at least an hour. Like, if I was already listening to you on mic and we were chatting. So
no, I'm so annoyed at myself. I can't stand it because, like, I'm a totally different person from podcasting world to that world. It's like,
oh my God.
It's, I don't know. You get to a certain point in your age where you're just like, I can only play so much Xbox, but I do allow myself to be like, just, all right, I'm going to take today off and just play Xbox, watch YouTube. I'm into shows. Like, are you into any TV shows out right now? Like, I don't know.
I watch into everything.
All right, cool. So do I. What's one of your, like, you got Netflix?
Yeah. I got almost all of them.
All right, same here. Like, I got the Disney. Are you MCU fan or?
Oh yes! Oh my God! I haven't seen the new Spider-Man, so don't tell me anything. I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it.
I did not see it in the theater, by the way. I went right on because, like, I have one of those sites. It's like by camera. It's not that great, but
yeah.
Anyway, so I didn't get to see the best version of it, but like I got
That's so funny. I'm rewatching the Spider-Mans right now. I'm on the Tobey Maguire's third one right now.
Okay. All right. You're on Tobey Maguire. All right. How MCU are you though? Because like literally, that is like I'm geeked out about it. Me and Suede, we are. So we talk about it.
One of the first things I did in like initial lockdown last year was watch all of the movies in order, like all over 20. Like in like the timeline order.
You did the timeline beautifully. So Captain America.
Yeah, and then
like
technically it's Captain Marvel next because she's set in the 90s.
Technically, who? Oh, Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah. Marvel's set in the 90s, so she's after the first Captain America, and then it gets into the Iron Man and the Hulks.
Oh my God! There you go. See. That's what I want. I want a woman that not only likes Xbox and likes to talk about everything, but also is an MCU fan. So, because I couldn't find that triple package anywhere.
Actually, okay, I don't know what other games you play. We haven't really talked about that, but I did meet a guy one time. We only like talked for like maybe 2 months, but I actually met him playing Fallout. So.
Fallout. I never really got into Fallout. I never played it. It's like really, it's not my type of game. But you played Fallout. I played a lot of games. I've been around for a little longer, so.
Yeah, I like I'm aged. Oh my God, I don't know what it's called. Like I like first person shooters, but like what is that trait called when like a player really likes like looting? I don't know. Like that's why I like Borderlands.
Oh wait, you mean like when they're grinding?
I don't know.
Or looting. No, what did you say? When the player likes to really what?
Looting, yeah.
Okay, like when they like run around and they loot or grind when you're grinding up your character to whatever.
Yeah, like my Fallout character had like, because it's like, it's like the same like ranked weapon systems and all that shit. So like all of them are like the like max star legendary whatever.
This is what game is this? This is what'd you say? God, I always forget. Fallout. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about it. I just have so many games that I haven't played.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so wait, do we want to go to games or MCU? Because like I'm not going to talk about Spider-Man, so you don't have to worry about that.
Your call, whatever you want.
I just wanted to ask you. So I wanted to say you MCU. All right, what was your favorite? This is a really tough question. Just Avengers movie out of the four. I just want to know your favorite Avengers movie. Which I have mine Pacific.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate Civil War like a lot.
No, that doesn't count as an Avengers movie. I'm talking about Avengers, the first one with Loki, and then the three after the phase 4. So that makes it easy.
I don't know, probably the last one. The last one because I like I am extremely emotional when it comes to like like the big finish when like everyone gathers up and then like that other group comes in. Oh my God, I don't know why I cry like a little baby. Oh, it's so good.
Because people are coming together and you probably are empathetic. Like you're an empath. Probably you feel that emotion.
But just the way that they because that's like the biggest like come together in the end is when it's like everyone. It's everyone.
Okay. All right, and I completely agree, and this kind of matches that because I'm a Libra, so I like to balance things out, and maybe that's bullshit. I'm not big in astronomy, even though I'm astrology. I study astronomy my whole life, so I know more than I need to. But Avengers: Infinity War.
I don't like Infinity War.
Okay, the reason why, though, I like it is because at the end when he snaps his fingers and everybody disappears, you just know that they're going to overcome it. And that's what, like, your meaning behind Endgame is how they come together.
Yeah, well, see, in my opinion, the Infinity War, they hammer home, like, the pain, like, so much. Like, okay, I like movies. I like it with stuff, but then it's like, oh, look at this, like, the good stuff that kind of reconciles everything. It compensates it, like there's no compensation in it. It's only bad. You only feel sad.
All right, do you agree with this? Infinity War had better action than Endgame, but Endgame was better maybe overall because it's Endgame. But then again, but I think Infinity War had way more action than Endgame did.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Well, I would agree with that. But like, I don't like watching little Tom Holland, and he's like holding Tony. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all.
I got something for you. It's going to be, you won't find this on the internet or YouTube. I'm the only one who did this, and I have like my channel, but I'm not a YouTuber. Like if I wanted to be, I would have done it, but I never did. If you go back and watch Infinity War when they're all getting dusted away, right? The only person that I noticed right away is Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. When he fades out, his eyes go red.
Oh.
So I caught on to that, and I'm like, everybody else, again, this is like the very first when it very first came out, because I bought it on TV because like I didn't before Disney and all that shit. So I was like, why is that? Is he not a god? I thought he wasn't a god anymore. I think there's something there, and if you go back and if you can get to that part quickly or whatever, why we're still doing this or later on, and maybe we'll talk about it. His eyes, like, how they fade away and they go up from their body and then their head is like the last thing that fades away.
Holy shit, I'm beside a skunk.
Okay, well, after the skunk, God, we get around here.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I was going to say he's the only Marvel character that his eyes go red as the last part of his face. And I rewatched it very slowly. I wanted to know why, and I have not yet got an answer on that.
Yeah, I would love to know that. I'm so sorry. That'd be so wild though.
No, did you see it? Or I'm sure you didn't see that, but you remember that part, right? Where they all disappeared, right? So you're just saying that. Okay, so you go back and watch it. Part in Infinity War and see if you see it. Because I had somebody else be like, "Oh shit, I didn't notice that." I'm like, "Yep." And did you see Wanda?
I actually haven't watched WandaVision.
What? You don't have Disney Plus?
I do have Disney Plus. I just, if I'm being super, 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 super honest, I don't like the Olsen actress.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's like
she plays such a good like, especially in Wanda. Like I know what you meant, but her character comes out.
Like I like the actual Wanda character. I think it's the actual actress that I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No, I understand. No, I completely relate. I liked her because I thought she was. First of all, I thought she was one of the.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, I get, but it's not what I was really. I was thinking more like as a character, but as a person, I was like, I don't know if I like her playing this character. Right?
Yeah.
Like kind of like you don't like her. But when I watch MCU, Marvel, like her, plus you got to watch it. It's part of the timeline if you're really being honest. But, with the timeline thing, I was like, wow, she did such an amazing job. Like it way better than I thought. So that's kind of weird that you didn't like her and that you haven't seen that.
Well, like, I would agree. I totally agree. You're very much so right. I should watch it. Especially because I love I like the stories and everything. It's just personal. I think it's because I think that she only got the role through like nepotism.
No. Tell me. Wait. First of all, before we get anything, you're gonna have to watch this anyway to really catch up. So you're regardless going to have. I mean, you don't have to. If you're an MCU fan, you're gonna have to kind of watch it to kind of know what's going on.
Yeah,
because there's
same as
stuff that you missed.
I'm gonna have to watch the Hawkeye thing too, but I hate Jeremy Renner so much. I hate him. I hate Jeremy Renner.
That's funny. They kind of discussed that in Hawk. I'm not giving anything away, but they're like, the sidekick that he has, the whatever. I don't even know what her name is. They're like, you're really not selling yourself the way you should. Like,
oh my God. Okay.
That's what they talk about. Yeah.
The girl, her name is like Haley Steinfeld or whatever. She's that girl that was in Pitch Perfect, and it's really awkward. And she wasn't in the good first one. She's in the other Pitch Perfect movies, and she ruins them.
The first one. I was gonna say the first one came out a long time ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that one's good, but I like the first Pitch Perfect because it's funny.
Well, listen. Do you think that you like you're an MCU fan? Like, obviously, like the brothers behind it. Those guys are genius. Just trust them and watch it, and put the character person aside and let the character.
I've done that. I can do that.
But you'll be surprised. I can't talk about the Hawkeye because I get it, but it's funny that you said that because they really really talk about that in the show. Like, dude, you're not selling. Like, this is
No. Have
like
you ever heard his music,
like
Jeremy Renner?
no, he made music.
It sounds like it should
Oh
be
my
backing.
God.
No, listen. It sounds like it should be like the soundtrack music for like a Ford truck commercial.
Is it? Wait, I never knew he made music because I never looked him up like that.
You want to know what
I
else?
him,
I don't. I think
yeah.
he deleted it, but he made his own app called the Jeremy Renner app, and it was
No way.
literally it was Instagram, but it was just Jeremy Renner, and all you could do was interact with Jeremy Renner posts.
What?
And
Are you shitting me?
And you could pay him. You could pay for Jeremy Renner coins or whatever. Like you could pay him money, like because it was his app. You could pay him money to give like top comments so that he would reply to them. But all they were is just like his reposted Instagram posts. It was the Jeremy Renner app.
Oh, wow! I never. So it's not there anymore. So is it?
Oh, you'd have to look it up. I know that there was like some scandal with it because everyone was like, "What the hell is this, Jeremy? What is this?"
Okay, here's the one thing I don't do on my show, and I should have said this in the beginning. When we talk about stuff, no. This is my fault. This is nothing to do. You're fine. I forgot. Usually when we talk about stuff, we try to keep like I don't Google something on the side. Unless it's like super important. I like this how we're doing it right now. Like you're telling me shit and so badly. I'm like, I want to look it up so bad just to hear it. Yeah. I had breaking this rule before, like but it was a music theme. So like Dwayne told me to listen to Justin Timberlake's "Dick in the Box." I never heard that.
So good. Do you like Lonely Island?
I never. Who?
Oh my God! Do not tell me you don't know.
No, I didn't hear what you said. Lonely Island.
Yeah, Andy Samberg.
Just it's a funny song, right? That's what we're getting at.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. I'm allowed to write things down. That's okay. Do you see why I have this rule? Because the next time we talk, we have stuff to talk about. Like, hey, oh my God, I seen that. Holy shit. I got my list in front of me. You got to go back and listen to my podcast too. So you'd be like, oh, okay, now I understand why he's nuts. And I don't know if I want to do another podcast with him. All right, let me
God.
What is it? It's called Lonely.
The Lonely Island.
It's a band. I figured that. So it's a band, and the song is
okay, every single song. So The Lonely Island is, you know who Andy Samberg is, obviously, right?
That's the funny white looking dude. He does like I know who he is.
Yes, he's Jake
I know he
is. Yeah, okay. So it's him and two other comedians, and they do songs like, I'm on a boat. You know that song?
No.
Do you know do you know the song with I think it has like it has rappers in it, but it's I just had sex and it felt that one?
Oh wait. That actually okay. Do you know Dax?
Wait. Dax who?
DAX Dax. He's a YouTube sensation. Like
sorry.
Are you talking? No, it's fine. What I'm asking the comparison. Okay, for instance, like I wrote something. Do you ever write something on anybody's artist page?
No.
Like on their YouTube, have you ever comment? Like I have not really done that much either. But
no.
If you comment on who's one like you were talking about, the Lonely Band. If you went on their YouTube, right? Because I'm gonna have to YouTube this, correct?
Yeah, and you have to. The song I threw it on the ground.
Okay, hold on. I want it because the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you were to write to him, so I threw it on the ground. Is that the name of it?
Yeah, or threw it on the ground. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I went on to this dude's Dax. You heard of Eminem? I know you have. But anyway, he made Rap God, right? I grew up with Eminem, so like,
same.
I'm okay. So anyway, Dax made the Rap God 2. So right off the bat, that caught my eye, and I'm like, let me listen to it. And I started listening to it. And I'm like, all right, if it's not funny or nothing like what we're talking about, and I'm like, holy shit, it's 20 minutes long, and it was a 20-minute long. He did such an amazing job. He doesn't sign with any labels, and I hit him up on the YouTube comment, and ever since then, like he's you could love somebody's thing or hit the love button.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I did, because I do rap. Like I can write it. I can't do it freestyle. Like I have to write it down. So getting back to all that, like he's a YouTube sensation. Like he don't want to sign with nobody. Like he does. That's how he blew up, and he talks about important shit. So with Andy Sandberg, I know who you're talking about. The other two comics you said, I wrote some of it down. Now you're telling me this is a band. Are they just do funny stuff that you have to watch or you have to listen to? That's the difference. Is it that's what,
the videos are great, but the songs do stand strong on their own. But the videos are awesome. They're hilarious. They were.
Will make it funnier if you see, like when I heard the Dick in the Boxing, when I watched it, I was like, it was funny. I heard it first, I think, and I was like, wow, it was funny.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen it.
The songs do stand strong on their own. Like you don't have to watch the videos.
So they do a whole, like all their list of songs, The Lonely Band is like funny stuff.
Yeah, The Lonely Island. It's like a parody band.
Oh, sorry. Lonely Island? I said The
Yeah.
Lonely Band. The Lonely Island. Okay, sorry. The Lonely Island Band I had by accident. Okay. So they don't do any like what's his name? Al Green, or the dude who makes fun of other songs. My God.
Oh my God, Al Yankovic?
Al Yankovic.
Weird Al?
Al, yeah. Weird Al, yeah.
I love Weird Al. Have you seen any of his like stuff? Like, okay, he has this movie. It's my favorite movie of all time, like honestly.
Tell me the name.
Are you gonna write it down and watch it?
Yeah. I listen. I have my pen and paper. If I haven't seen it already, I'll tell you.
Okay, the movie is called UHF.
Wait. UHF. Okay.
That's it. That's the title. It's the funniest movie ever.
Oh, okay. I heard it. WL. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Do you know who Fran Drescher is?
Yes, I know who Fran Drescher is.
I love The Nanny, but she's in it.
Okay, so is UHF? What year is this though? Is this an older one?
Yeah, I think it came out in the 80s.
Okay, because when you said that, like I came out in the 80s, so
oh my God,
I'm old. Like I told you, Do
you know when I was born?
You were, yeah. You said you're 21, right? So you had to be born in 22 or 2022.
Oh
3?
2000. Whatever
2000.
year it is. Whatever year it is my birthday. Is like my age.
Easy. So I was graduating high school when you were born.
Hot.
God, that's hot. Oh my God. I'm like 38 or 37. I honestly don't know if I'm 37, 38, 39, but I'm going to stick with the low number. I don't know what happened.
39 sounds wiser, but your call.
No. I'm just telling you, like, I think I'm 39 and I don't like it, but I like 38. It sounds better, or I'm turning 39.
You'd have to check. Yeah, you got.
I would.
It's someone else's problem.
I know. I really did. One time I was like, I really got to calculate this, don't I? Holy shit. Like I've done this, and yeah. Anyway, getting off topic, like that's my theme. That's my theme. Getting off topic.
Digressing is fun. That's how you get into the good conversation.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. Like, I'm a big music nut, and it sounds like you are too.
I love music.
Like everybody does, right? It brings humanity so much joy. It's like when I bullshit a lot around on this podcast, but what it's about is connecting. Because I did tell you about astronomy, and we're all part of one another, and that's what matters, because we are matter. We all matter. And this is gonna sound weird, but like I'm related to you. You're my sister. You're my this. You're my that. Like, you know what I mean? Not in a weird way, but you know what I mean. We're all connected, regardless of how. Yeah, and gravity overcomes everything. So if something's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. It can destroy something. Put something together, we're stuck forever. So it's just honestly, that's what I always bullshit around, and I got you in here, and I'm like, I wanted to see what you do. But even though I could be an asshole, like I like to be straight up,
I like assholes.
I'm honest. I'm an asshole. Like I'm an asshole. That's how all this started, by the way. That's how I did that music night with me, and you'll get to know Swade if he ever gets on. I haven't seen him, but he's a real nice guy. And I said, you ever hear that song, You're an Asshole by Dennis Leary? And that's how that whole thing got started. And then he told me about Justin Timberlake. And now I just brought that up because I was going to ask you about, have you ever heard You're an Asshole?
I haven't.
Oh my God! All right, so this is your homework.
That's my
I want
homework.
you to write this down or YouTube it. I don't care if you have your. I don't care. I don't care if you want to Google it because like I want to listen to these guys ASAP.
Oh, you're gonna love
So
it.
two things. I got two things. I got the Weird Al UHF because I don't know if I remember this.
That's a
I
movie,
think
though.
right. I know all his songs. Like I've probably I'm fat. Like Michael Jackson's. I don't know
Like
if
a
he's done any.
surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sisters. I grew up with two older sisters. I was the youngest. I was the baby. They were all Madonna fans. I have my one sister passed, and my other sister's married in like whatever land, living out her life. So she was big into Madonna, the one that passed. So I'm like, I have like all these Madonna playlists on my Spotify playlist.
I like
whatever.
Madonna. I really like Neil Young. That's
Yeah.
probably my favorite artist.
Who was? I'm sorry.
Neil
Who was
Young.
your favorite? Neil Young. Wow, that
Canadian.
was. Yeah, I was gonna say that was weird though because of your age, but age doesn't really matter when it comes to music.
Well, no, but also he has such timeless pieces, and he has a couple about like growing up too. So I think it's super relative, right? Because these are my years of early adulthood. I've just gotten into like understanding a lot of like, I don't know, stuff about economy, my community, everything that comes with like the growing responsibilities of being an adult. And he has songs about that, about like, I don't know, changing from that youth, like losing that youth and that freedom that came with being a child, and like the innocence that also came with it. It's nice.
So, okay, if you like Neil Young and he does older stuff, so that's why I want you to like, you like NF, you know NF, right?
NF,
I don't know if you know NF. Like, just like you, just in case my car goes over the highway. Never heard that song?
No.
Okay. On your Spotify, these are the two most important things. One is definitely NF. I want you to just write NF. He's like young. I don't know how old he is. He's actually might be your age or just a couple years older. Okay. He grew up listening to Eminem. That was his favorite, Eminem. But he does a lot of mental stuff. Like just like you'll love that song. Everybody does as soon as they hear like, oh my God, I love it. Like my pops liked it, and he grew up with the Beatles, and I love the Beatles because of my pops. And he's like, just in case. I'm like, yeah, it's a great song. And he does a lot of mental stuff, like you said, growing up. And Dax, he's like this rapper that does his thing. So you got NF, and DAX, Dax. Just
and
listen.
You're an asshole.
And but Dennis Leary, you're an asshole. Listen to your asshole first. Get that out of the way.
Okay.
Never heard that one. You're an asshole. ASSHOL. Yeah, they're the guys.
I feel like I have, but I just have a refresher.
It's same with the UHF thing with Weird Al. Like I've like lost that. Like I gotta rewatch it, but I can't wait to watch The Lonely Island with Adam. Whatever that dude's name is, and everything they do, right? It's not just like they're trying to perform real music. It's like just funny stuff, right?
Yeah, it's entertainment. Okay,
and one last thing. This is for me. I can't believe you said this. Jeremy Renner actually made an app. Are you sure that's not?
No,
that's like not only.
Look it up. The Jeremy Renner app.
Renner. I believe you. The thing is, it's like, isn't that only? I don't know what. I kind of know what OnlyFans is. I never been on it.
Shut up! You know what OnlyFans is.
No. I don't.
I know. I know what OnlyFans is.
I know what it is, but isn't OnlyFans? Okay, I know this might sound ignorant, right? But I'm always honest on my show. Yeah. I thought it would sound like something where like that's like with Jeremy Renner or like football players or baseball, like you would talk to them through OnlyFans. Yeah. Later on I found out it's about like giving money to women or something.
So a lot of OnlyFans is like sex workers, people working in the sex industry. And it does, like, that app does support the sex industry, but it's not exclusive to that.
So if I want, right. So, but like, I'm a podcaster. Like, if I have people support me, I have my own ways, but I'm not going to be like my OnlyFans. Like, I have a subscription thing, which I'm doing this year.
Do you have like a Patreon or?
Yeah, I have Patreon. I have all that set up, and you can actually just Spotify has one. Like can subscribe to me, but I don't have any content that costs money. So you can support or subscribe. Now, if I do subscription work, I was thinking I would do like one of those a week until I've gotten enough. But if I did that, I would have to make that really special. Like if somebody's going to pay, the lowest you could do is $1.99. So like Lilly from Canada, Ontario, is paying $1.99 to listen to me. She's going to be able to come on the show. She's going to be able to have me talk about topics, have me do things. Like that's how I'm trying to see where I want to go with this.
Yeah, so I listen to a couple podcasts, and a lot of them do the same thing where they have like a free weekly episode, and then they have like a members episode, and like the podcast.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I just figured that would be a good idea to start.
Yeah, because that way you're not excluding. Like nobody is deprived of entertainment; they're still getting that. But then people who want more can support you.
So what I've last question I have for you before I don't know, like I could say it's 11:46. We can either get off now or because it's almost that part Happy New Year, or we could stick it out for 13 more minutes, say Happy New Year, and then roll off. But the last question is, why don't you have a podcast, or why don't you do a podcast and you don't have to publish it?
Because no one would be the point.
No. See, that's where you're wrong. Okay, first of all. I didn't do a podcast to get listeners. I was like a dick in the beginning. I was an asshole. I was like, listen, I talk, you people listen. And that's the way I thought about it. Like, I'm just venting because I had to overcome ADHD. Or I shouldn't say overcome ADHD. It's chronic. I had chronic anxiety. Like
and this is like a great coping mechanism. And
So and I heard Bill Burr. You heard
I know Bill Burr, of course.
Put your head through that fucking wall, So he has a podcast, and he was one of my favorite comedians at the time, living at least. George Carlin, by the way, and Dave Chappelle, hands down, my favorites all time. Mm-hmm. But he did a podcast. I'm like, wow, he has time, and he's a comedian, And I was going that route as a kid on the boardwalk. I never really got into that story, not with you or even on my podcast, but I did some gigs, and it's easy. I thought it was easy to make people laugh. Like, this is really easy and fun, and the attention is like a drug.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm asking is, like, all you have to, and I tell people this even on my show, you can go to anchor.fm, follow me, favorite me, I'll favorite you back, whatever. That doesn't mean anything. And you could do a podcast and just the vent, but you don't have to publish it, and you get paid if you do publish it. You could have Anchor they have an app where you say a couple words and that's it. You hear every podcast and you get paid. I mean, if you make $10 a month, you make $10 a month. If you make $8, like you're venting it out. And I have 4 people that I've met, not counting, a certain somebody, but so 3 that 2 did one, and one's thinking. One of my girlfriends that's around here, she wants to do one. Her name is Rose, and I was like, well, what are you gonna name it? I was thinking Rose RI, and I'm like, what's real intelligence? And she's like a talker. You would be great for a podcast. People will listen to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Lily, people will listen to you because look, you're 21, right? You're smart. You're into the music we were just talking about. Like, I can already tell, but there's so many people out there that don't know at your age that are like, oh, I didn't know I wasn't. I was like, I felt like I was the only one. Like everybody deals with something,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can help somebody out. You helped me out. You helped me out tremendously. I wasn't even going to do a podcast. Like, I was like, I'm done. I'm just going to wait till next year. And that was that.
I think I put you to work right to the end of the year. I think that's what I did.
That's literally almost, because I was like, oh my God, I needed a break so bad. I'm going to play. And now I'm glad I didn't, in a way, because
I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad, because now I get to look up the Lonely Island. I get to watch I'll probably go down the YouTube rabbit hole, which everybody eventually goes down. Mm-hmm. Like, you just go down that hole. Like, You know, just ask somebody, did you go on YouTube? Yes, any day. And then like 10 hours later, what did you get on to go on YouTube for? Shit. It's like, that's what it is. Let me look this up. And then 20 hours later, where am I? Like, you know, like, where am I? I got to eat something. Is that why I'm shaking? You know, no, it's seriously, I can't, there's so many fireworks going off as I'm talking to you. I know you can't hear them, but I can't hear them either. That's
Really?
weird. Yeah, well, I'm inside. I don't know if you're outside or are you inside?
You've been outside. I have. It's a really great night. I spend a lot of time outside.
I know. It's nice too. Is it nice around your area? Like, I mean, the weather.
Actually, it's really nice for right now. Normally there should be snow everywhere, but there's no snow.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's nice. Like, I was thinking about if you were going to do this, I was like, I'm going to go downstairs and do this. But I figured the fireworks would be too loud. So I was like, never mind. Or downstairs and outside, I have a patio. I can sit or a table, whatever the hell you call it. It's a table.
Yeah.
It's a table with a chair, patio. No, I live in my grandparents' house. So you said you live with a roommate? My grandparents
I live with a roommate in an apartment.
Oh, okay. So you're were you raised with parents, grandparents? Like, everybody's different. I don't know.
I with my mother. I was raised by my mom.
Good. How was your relationship? Because you did say something about your mom saying something funny. What was that?
Oh, nothing. I just nothing. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like getting into anything. Like, I've had a very interesting life so far for only being 21.
Oh God, yeah. No, I was gonna ask you, like, how was your upbringing? Like, was it because you was just rough. You and your mom? Oh, okay. All right. Everybody has a different. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you don't have to.
It's funny. I find it funny now. I don't want to be like, when people just kind of dump some heavy on people, right? Super sudden.
Some people are like, oh, I just so sensitive. I don't want to talk about. I'm like, all right, dude, everybody's been through something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but
less bothering them to the point where, like, they need mental help, and it's like, all right, then I won't talk about it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm completely like, everything is good now. I'm super coped. Right. Like, everything is great. But it is. Yeah, it's just, it's thick stuff.
Yeah. No, listen, hey, I was put away. I talked about this. Like, I was put away in juvie, places I didn't belong.
Really?
Yeah, for not going to school. But it wasn't because I didn't want to go to school. It had nothing to do with family troubles, bullshit.
Same. So that's why I didn't graduate at first. I'm now. But.
See, there you go. So look, just because it might be different centuries or different times, people still go through the same shit. And it's like they feel like they got to hide it sometimes. And it's like, listen, I completely understand. Unless they haven't been there yet, unless they're young and you're 21. You're just on the cusp of this. I don't know, the big words I'm trying to use.
I don't know. I feel like I've probably gone through more than most people your age, at least, by my age.
By your time?
Yeah, right now. Age? Yeah, by my age, I've gone through more than a lot of people.
There's some. Age. Listen, I will take your word on that, because I've heard some shit, and I lived in Philly. I mean, if you know Philly, you've been to New York, but there's New York, there's Philly. We always like to compare, but I mean, it's rough. But it's all about how you put yourself out there. But then people start talking about what you're talking about is the deeper layers of it, where the family home, how was that? Watching my dad beat my mom because he was drunk. And it's like, it's you don't want to talk about it. It's like the Debbie Downer type of situation.
It definitely is. And nobody likes that kind of dump on them, right? Because that's a lot of weight for someone to just have thrust on them, right?
Yeah. But that's fine. I'm I guess an empath or empathetic. I can understand and relate to you, and somebody else might be going through this right now and realize, hey, wow, some kid that might not have TVs and just have like a little phone or something to listen to a podcast. And I've personally gotten this, so I know, messages that ask not to be talked about on the podcast, that's saying, hey, your show really helped me. You have no idea. And I'm like, I kind of know what you mean, because you helped me too. But coming into the new year with 5 minutes left, if you guys are having any problems like what we're talking about, don't be afraid to speak out, talk about it. And Lily, maybe I'll get her to share a story someday. We shall start a podcast and like the Lily show. Let's
Oh my
chat.
God.
I don't
That's
know.
so funny because I love Lucille Ball and like the Lucy show.
Oh, I grew up watching that Nick at Night. Like Nick at Night, that was old for me.
Oh my God.
Jesus,
So I love
Dick Van Dyke.
I had every DVD set of Lucy, I Love Lucy, and like Lucille Ball.
Lucy. Wait, Lucy. Okay, I Love Lucy. I remember watching that night. Is that when the show starts? Right, you'll know. Is there? She's like making the cakes and shit or something.
I think that's I Love Lucy because so I Love Lucy is the one that's in color, and that one was after. The Lucy show was after I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy was first.
Oh, I love. Okay, I got that confused. Okay, when was this show out? When did that? How old is that? Jesus Christ! I'm thinking that's old. Like that. I Love Lucy's old. That's old.
Lucy
that's like old.
Black and white. It was black and white.
Yeah. I remember that. And who you're talking about is Love Lucy?
That's I Love Lucy. It's still Lucille Ball.
Oh. Okay, wait. It's the same. Oh, it's the same. I didn't know it was the same.
Yeah, it was her first show. It was what got her started.
Oh, I did not know that. See that? How about that? I won't watch it probably, but I will check it out. Because
it was really good, but it was voice.
That voice?
Yeah, what she was known for. She couldn't do it when she was older because her voice was so strained, but she was known for that, like, raspy. I can't do it. The voice.
No,
the voice.
It's okay. It's fine. Hey man, I used to practice voices all the time in like my rooms and shit. Like, we didn't have this growing up. Like, I grew into this. You, fortunately, you're 21, so you were just starting with the technology. Like, technology was when you were born.
Perfect age group
boomers.
Because as soon as iPod touches became a thing was like right when I was that perfect elementary school age for like me to get a device like that to have access to social media and apps and games, and like right when they became a thing.
Oh my God! You were only one, but I remember walking around. My mobile phone was like bulky, like it was so. Bulky.
I had a flip phone. I had a pay-as-you-go flip phone for like per text. Also, 2 minutes.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember literally. This is a very early memory because I do got like some years on you, but I remember like a track at the last like year of that. Not me. I remember some people had that. No, not like people had tape decks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but some people still had the phone, the car phone, like with the real phone, like that would be in your house.
God, that's crazy.
And like, remember the car phones? Like now it's just like Alexa, turn my lights off. Alexa, I want to get laid. Alexa.
Oh God, I wish Alexa.
Yeah. Alexa, and it's like that guy, that one comedian, like Amazon Prime, Amazon this, and I'm like, Amazon now. Like, I want it yesterday. Like, I want it right now. Like, yeah, everybody wants it now. 1 minute until New Year's, by the way. I guess
I know. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm good. I got to see, doing a podcast, there's a lot of editing, so I'm not going to edit much out, except that one part. So where's the bowl at? What time is it? It's 11:59. Do you have the clock in front of you?
Yeah, I'm looking at my phone.
Seconds we have, it's probably gonna hit it. I'm just gonna be like, oh, Happy New Year. Spending it with Lily. Can you say your last name?
Do you want me to?
No, is it okay? I got it.
I mean, I don't care.
You say it. I want to hear you say how you pronounce it.
Well, I have it as Adele on the one thing.
Adele, okay. No, okay, that's fine. By the way, Happy New Year, Lily. Adele as the one thing.
Happy New Year.
Wow, 2022.
Happy New Year, Jimmy James.
Thank you. Thank you for being on my show. This is like, I thought I was going to be spending New Year's alone. I guess I am technically not.
No.
I got my parents here, but they're old. Like, I take care of them, so I watch them. They live with me, so I take care of them. They're also... Oh my God! Oh, now I can hear the fireworks.
Oh yeah, they're going crazy. It's so pretty though. It's so pretty.
I can't believe it. Another year around, so you're just
Crazy.
any New Year's resolution or anything you had for this year?
Get more out there. I got to stop saying no so much.
There you go. That's good. That's good. Anything else, or just one thing at a time?
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Just like an AA meeting, one thing at a time.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I wanted to ask you that too. I keep saying I want to ask you one more question. I always get a question. What did you have planned for New Year's? Yeah, now mines are going off. Jesus Christ, out here. But I have noise cancellation. But I hear the cowbell. I can hear that. That's what we used to do in Philly.
Oh
We used
my god.
everything. And I'm like, what are we doing? Animals running around banging on pots and pans. And for what?
Man.
Another minute?
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. No. Thank you for allowing me to invite you to my show, because honestly, I was like, New Year, because I've been talking about getting more guests and special guests now. Like, you're going to be one of my first. You are my first legit show and guest, all in one take.
Wow.
And this is
so
going
special.
Yeah, no, you are special to me, because now when everybody goes back on the first season, it's always going to come up January 1st. This will be the first episode.
Aww.
That's going to be pretty cool. So that'll be our anniversary. So we got to do an episode next year. Even, it doesn't have to be exactly.
Sure. Okay.
So did you write down what you were supposed to look up, your homework? Because I'll have you on again whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So I'm looking up NF. I'm looking
NF,
up Dax.
He's a rapper. Dax, DAX, rapper.
And you're an asshole.
You're an asshole, Dennis Leary. Watch that first. That's a YouTube. Everything's on YouTube, but you got Spotify like me. So NF, and next to NF, you're gonna want to write just like you. And I want you to think about somebody like me. Seriously, because I'll be thinking about you, just like you. I know that sounds weird, but wait until you hear the song.
Okay. I believe you. I trust you.
All right. So Lily, Adele, is there anything else you want to add?
Is there anything what should I be texting you on now? Because I definitely want to text you.
Okay, here we go. This is here. No, you could just have my number. It's cool. I could blurt this all out. Well, you got something to write down? Cell phone?
I was about to say, if you don't have an iPhone, then I don't have international text.
Oh, I have Android. Canada. Wait, I should have it. What about Facebook?
Facebook? Oh my god!
Like message? No, I'm just thinking I'm thinking or Instagram. Like that's what I was thinking off the top of my head. Jesus Christ, I have Facebook.
Instagram.
Listen to me. I didn't go on Facebook until, like I said, 2 weeks ago for the groups because of podcasting. Yeah. That's the place you go. You'll learn when you got a podcast. You're like, if you ever do, like, don't if you don't want to be really busy, because it's a lot of editing. I always bitch about the editing. All right. God. So what do you want? What's up app? I got them all. I got every twig. You name it, I have it. Except
why don't you text me your Instagram handle in the Xbox app?
All right, it should be all the same. I have everything is always the same. It's either Jimmy James or Unikiller X. So yeah, it's my gamer tag or it's my name.
Which one is your Instagram?
It's at Unikiller X.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. So texting you like on my phone is considered international. Wow, I never thought about that.
Yep.
I know my phone allows it. I have the unlimited thing, but because I have my contract and I have my pops on it, and he wanted like the whole thing. So I was like, well, I don't know why, but okay. All right. So you got to find me. How do I find you? Just in case, can you look me up while we're doing this, or because I have the podcast going on mine.
Sure.
Okay. So make sure you find me before we get off.
So it's UNIT.
Try. Yeah, and then Killer, obviously.
X?
And then X at Unikiller X. Yeah, X. I don't know if it's cap. Doesn't matter if it's caps. And it should be like the Jimmy James show. It should have that. What are you looking me up on? IG?
Instagram. Yeah.
All right, cool. I can't. Some of them I forget. Like I had to go back and redo a lot of this. The Jimmy James Show at Gmail too, but it's no A to Z because it used to be no A to Z. So
I'm
I
not
never
seeing anything.
At Unikiller. Try if it's Instagram real quick because I don't have my call on. Try at the Jimmy James Show. Then I could be wrong. You got to remember I just adjust a lot of these, so it was a pain in the ass. It should be like you should notice like it will have my background
Jim
or
O'Hara?
something like that. Yeah, that's it. I was gonna say it's Jim O'Hara. If it's not that, it's Jim O'Hara. Yep, at Jim O'Hara. I'm such an idiot. It's so funny because my boy Swade, he's 30, he's 32 or whatever, and he uses that a lot. And I didn't turn my notifications off, so I keep forgetting because you get a lot of bullshit like women trying out there like sell you whatever or guys.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot to take. Yeah, it's just like wow, really. Okay, so you could text me and anytime you want. I'm up at nights usually, by the way. So,
all right.
text me, let me know, and I'll text you back. Let me know. Make sure you did find me, right?
Yep, I just followed you.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say before we get off?
No, just thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you, Lilly Adele, for being here on my show and sharing your story. And I usually say take care of yourselves and one another. But tonight, I'm going to say, Lilly, thank you so much for being on my show. And like usual, Happy New Year and take care of yourselves and one another. This is Jimmy James and Lilly saying peace out. Okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
Thank you.
Bye.
And this, I'm only doing one more little thing for Lilly. That was very nice. Thank you for being on the show. This is Borat saying thank you. They take off your dress. Very nice. That was for you. Once again, this is Jimmy James saying Happy New Year's. Also, thank you so much to my special guest, Lilly, from Canada, Ontario. We had a lot to talk about, and I'm sure we could have kept talking. It is really nice to meet somebody outside of your area, of your spectrum, and get to know them. And it's a little difficult with, social, right? Especially for them to say, hey, why don't you come on my podcast? But she was so cool with it. And now I'm not saying social media it's difficult. Yeah, you can meet somebody, but hey, how often are you really going to sit down and talk to that person when they don't want nothing from you other than to just have a nice, polite conversation, laugh, joke, get into some serious talk, and that's exactly what we did. So, I am done. I am gassed out. This was supposed to be a trailer about the next season for season 6. Instead, for Lilly for doing this for me, and thank you for being with me on New Year's, by the way. I'm going to put this in as episode 1 for season 6. Full episode. And once again, thank you so much. And everybody out there who's listening, once again, Happy New Year. Take care of yourselves and one another. This is Jimmy James saying peace out. And here we go again.
When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Or you